Hey there, it's Brandon, and in this video, we're going to talk about one of the most intimidating and potentially challenging sections within Shopify, and that is the shipping and delivery. We're going to go through it block by block, take a look at each section, give you an overview, and then get in some details and setting up your rates and shipping zones. By the time you're done with this video, you're going to feel much more comfortable in setting up your rates for shipping within Shopify. So let's go ahead, let's jump right in to our Shopify store. Go ahead and get into your admin screen. On the bottom left, click on settings. You'll see within the settings menu here, right about towards the middle, is shipping and delivery. You can go ahead and click on that. So here we are in the shipping and delivery section. There are a whole bunch of blocks. When we start out, the very top one is manage rates. Now I've deleted out all the rates that were preset in the theme or in the Shopify store. So if you have some information in here, if you want, you can completely delete it if you want to follow along, or you can just edit them. I wanted to start from totally blank screen so that you can see how we can set up rates and set up different zones for shipping. This top section here labeled shipping, we're going to come back to this. This is where most of the detail in the video is going to be about. But before we do that, I want to go through the rest of the screen and just talk a little bit about each section so you know what it is and why it's there. This shipping section has quite a bit in it. So right below the shipping, you're going to see the option for local delivery. So first off, you'll notice here that this address, this doesn't match up. So if it's not showing your location address, you can go here in your settings options and set up your locations. I recommend you do that. So the locations could be your physical store address, it could be your warehouse, or anywhere that the item is going to be shipped from. That way you have the right address, the right zip code, so that any automated calculations that are taking place will be able to be calculated correctly. In addition, setting up locations is important if you have more than one when dealing with inventory. But for now, for shipping, if you only have one location, make sure it's set up there and it will reflect in here. This local delivery, it seems pretty simple to set up, and it is. It gives you a lot of options like setting a radius. So if you want to offer local delivery to people who are within 5 miles, 10 miles, or 20 miles, you can do that. You can do some customization with that. So if you're doing local delivery, now what do they mean exactly by local delivery? That's if you're making the delivery yourself, not giving it to a UPS driver who's then making the local delivery. No, this is if you're making that delivery and you want to let people know that, hey, when you purchase it, I can make the delivery for you if you're within these constraints within this radius of there. And there are some other settings as well. So that's the local delivery. Right below that is local pickup. This became extremely popular with the pandemic and everything shutting down, especially for in-dining or shopping in-store, where you can let people know, hey, you can purchase it and you can come to my location and pick it up. Same thing, you want to make sure you have your location address correctly in there. You can set up the times that you'll be available and some other details for local pickup. You can mix and match that also with local delivery. So you could have delivery and pickup options available to people. Below that section here is the packages. So if you create your own custom packages and want to load those dimensions in there for future use, this is the section that you would do that. So let's go ahead and click Add Package, and you get this screen here. So you can give your custom package its own name. You can pick the type of packaging that you're doing and put the dimensions in here as well. I highly recommend you put the weight of your packaging material. If you're putting the weights in for your products and you have the weights in for your packaging material, it makes the shipping much more concise in calculating the total weight of the item that's going out. So if you can put that information in there, perfect. Another thing in this add package that I think is kind of hidden is you can select carrier package. Now what's nice about this is if you already use USPS, when you click on it, it shows all the available packaging from USPS with the dimensions and with the packaging weights already set up in there. So you don't have to worry about figuring all that in or manually adding it. You can just come in here and select the packages that you may be using from USPS, and they'll automatically be added in. I do want to let everyone know, if you don't already know, you can get all these packages from, all this packaging material from USPS for free. You just need to go down and get it. So do take advantage of that and do take advantage of the ability to just check it and then add it to your store. So below the packaging section is the shipping labels section. Shopify works really hard, I know, to get discounted shipping, and they also have some discounts for getting all of the labels and the material that you may need in setting up and doing your shipping within your operation. If you have shipping going already and you know where to get printers and all that stuff, great, you can go get all that equipment. If you're totally new to the shipping game and you don't know where to get started, they do have a Shopify hardware store here that has just about everything from the printers themselves to rolls of labels. You can get all that stuff to get started right through that link and be off to the races with your shipping. Below the shipping label section is packing slips. This is an overlooked opportunity for branding and customization. So every time you send out a packing slip, you can, put it in with your product, and before you ship it off, there's an opportunity there. And I think any time that you can brand or further tweak the branding of your business online, you should take advantage of it. So let's take a quick look in here. So if I click edit, it's going to pull this up. It's a ton of code, incredibly intimidating, but don't stop there. Just to the right over here, there is a link that Shopify provides on how to make common edits. There are some very simple edits that you can make even if you're not familiar with doing code, like just changing the name on your packing slip and instead putting your logo. Definitely something that you should strive for in making your operation just a little bit more better. Below packing slips is a section called carrier accounts. This is another kind of unique setup where if you already have an account with USPS or UPS, you can connect that account together so that the rates that you've already negotiated show up for your Shopify store. There is something though that I want to point out in this carrier account. So let's go ahead and click more. As you're going through that process, you may be blocked, and it may tell you here you need to have an advanced Shopify or Shopify Plus plan in order to take advantage of the carrier calculated shipping rates. But if you go just a little bit further, you'll see if you're on the Shopify plan or the Shopify basic plan, which is the entry one, you can still access this if you move off the monthly billing to the annual billing. So if you make that switch and pay for your Shopify bill annually, you'll have access to carrier calculated shipping rates. There's one more step though that you need to take. When you make that annual payment, they don't automatically reach out to you and let you know that you now have access to this. You'll need to reach out via support and let them know, hey, I've paid annual, I would like access to the carrier calculated shipping rates. So definitely something, if you've already negotiated, you want to take advantage of that for consistency for your shipping rates. And finally, this bottom section here is the custom order fulfillment. Order fulfillment and linking that with somebody who's doing your orders is if you had a warehouse, so maybe it's overseas, if you're in the US, maybe you have a warehouse in Europe, or vice versa. You could even have a warehouse down the street if that's who's handling the fulfillment or the shipping and sending of all of your products and merchandise. So most established fulfillment centers have the appropriate software in order to link. So any orders that are taking place on your Shopify store, you can sync that with your fulfillment center at different levels. It may be email, it may be live, it just depends. But you have that syncing so you don't have to take your orders and manually transfer them over to the fulfillment center. So if you wanted to add fulfillment with a center, you can do that there. So let's go back up to the top. And here we are. I want to spend some time in the manage rates and create new profile. All right, let's take a look at manage rates. Now, before I click on this, I want to point out that in this section here, I have no shipping rates. It's possible if you're starting with a new store, there may be some default rates in here, probably called domestic and the rest of the world. Or maybe you've set up shipping rates before and you fiddle with them. Those will show in this section. I've deleted all of mine out so that we start from scratch and I can show you how to build out these rates from zero. So let's go ahead and click on manage rates. And this section here is going to show that this is the general profile. It's including these products. I only have one product created in this demo store. If you have hundreds, it may show hundreds of products in there. Below that, it's shipping from. Make sure it's shipping from the right location when you set these rates up. So if you have multiple stores, they're going to have different rates. So make sure that is selected. You can click manage here to select the appropriate store. If you only have one, it's going to default. Then below that, we have shipping to, no zones or rates. We need to create that. So let's go ahead and create shipping zone. When we click the create shipping zone button, it's going to provide us with this list of every country in the world that you can possibly ship to, and you can select them and you can set those up as shipping zones to ship to. For this video, we're going to stick with just the domestic and we'll look at one international country. We're not going to get too complex. So let's focus on the United States by itself. Now we could come here and create a zone name called United States, but let's take a closer look at what's included with the United States first. So if I go ahead and I search here under United States, I'll see that that zone pulls up. Now if I select that, along the right here, you'll notice it's selecting 62 of 62 states. I want to take a closer look at that because I don't know about you, pretty sure there's only 50 states. So what are they talking about? So let's hit that drop down and you'll see immediately the third one down is American Samoa. So they're including other districts and territories that are included with the United States. That's where they're getting that. They have Washington, D.C. That's a District of Columbia. That's not a state, so that's included in there. Micronesia. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you'll also see that they include shipping to the armed forces. So if you wanted to ship only within the United States, but also include those in the armed forces, no matter where they are in the world, you can have these options checked. That will cover you for the Americas, Europe, and Pacific. But let's say we want to set this up where we want to separate out just the continental United States, the contiguous 48 states, and we want to split out Alaska and Hawaii. Everything else for now, let's put on the side just so I can show you how we can create some different zones. So let's call this first zone United States 48. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and deselect everything that's not, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and deselect everything that's not included in the 48 states. So there it is. I've deselected all the other states and outliers that are not part of the 48 contiguous states, and I have 48 of the 62 states. So I'm going to go ahead and click Done. And I now have a section in here, a shipping zone that's United States 48. I know what my rates are when I ship within those 48 states, So I want to go ahead and add the rate for that shipping zone. So right below that, click that button that says add rate. So we can do a couple of different things when we're adding the rate. We can set up our own rates. Why would you want to do that? Maybe if you only have a few products, or maybe even one. There are a lot of Shopify stores that only sell one product, and you know exactly what your rate is going to be. You can go in and set up your rates yourself if you want to. If you don't, you can use the carrier calculated rates. When you select on that, it gives you the ability to hit this drop down, and you can pick the ones that are already connected with Shopify. A lot of people work with USPS, so let's go ahead and click on the USPS shipping carrier rates. So when that pulls up, that's going to give you a bunch of different services that are provided via USPS. You can pick the ones that you use or that you want to make available within your store, and that people can select when they're making a purchase. Future services, I don't work too much with that. I recommend you not check it off unless you're particularly keen on having that function available. Below that is the handling fee. The handling fee is a great way to include this cost of packaging, the box, the bubble wrap, the foam that you're putting in there, the wrapping, all of these incidentals that are included when you send the product out. Now you can create this handling fee in a couple of different ways. You could do it as a percentage of the cost of the item itself, or you could do a flat amount. So if I were to put in $5 and click done, let's say we do first class mail and we do priority mail, and I click done there, we've now created a rate that's set up for shipping to the United States, 48. Now let's say we want to create a rate on our own, and we want to offer free shipping when someone purchases a certain amount of product from our store. We no longer want to charge them shipping. So we can come in and we can add a rate here, and we're going to stick with the set your own rates, okay? We're going to pick our shipping speed. Let's say we're going to offer the free shipping only on the economy, 5 to 8 business days that we're going to set up there. And yeah, we want the price to be free, but we want to create some conditions in order to give the free shipping. So go ahead and click and conditions. And we're going to do this by order price. So we're going to say if anyone orders $100 or more, no maximum price, and let's do this $99.99 and up, they're going to get free shipping. Now if you don't put the price in here, it'll automatically default to free. So when I click done, we now have a new shipping rate in here under your rates that it says economy speed. The condition is 99 and up, 5 to 8 business days, and the pricing is free. So somebody will see that price of free when they are ordering and their order value goes above $99.99. So that's how we can set up some basic rates for that shipping zone. But let's go back to the shipping zone, and let's say, yeah, I want to set up additional rates separate for the state of Hawaii and Alaska because I know the shipping is more expensive. So let's go ahead and create another shipping zone. And we're going to call this zone, let's call this Hawaii and Alaska. And we're going to search within the United States again. And we'll hit our drop down menu, and we're going to see that all of these other locations within the United States are grayed out, and we can't select them because they're already in another zone. So that's why I recommend when you set that up, instead of just picking all domestic at one time, go ahead and select specifically where in the United States you want your shipping pricing and the rate set up for, so that you can come back in and now go to these other locations and set up specific pricing for them. If your pricing is the same for all 62 locations in there, sure, you can select the United States as one time. So let's go ahead and we are going to just do Alaska and Hawaii. So let's Alaska, and we'll deselect everything else. There's Hawaii, we'll leave that one selected. And there you are. You'll see now we only have 2 of the 62 states selected. So let's go ahead and click Done. And you'll notice below this shipping zone, United States 48, we now have another zone that's called Hawaii and Alaska. These rates that we created here, right, our custom rate for free shipping and our carrier and app rates are attached with this zone. This gives us the flexibility to create separate rates for this new zone of Hawaii and Alaska. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's set up our own rates again. Let's do our free shipping first, and let's say instead of $100, we're going to need a $150 order in order for it to make sense to give free shipping to Hawaii and Alaska. So we'll do it on order price again. We'll put $149.99. and no limit on the top. We click Done. There we have our first item set up here. Free shipping, anything $149.99 and up. Let's go ahead and add another rate. Let's add our carrier rate. And let's say that we ship DHL when we go. We don't use USPS, so we'll leave DHL in there. And because it's going to Hawaii and Alaska, maybe our product is a little bit more fragile, or we're worried about things and we're going to package it a little bit differently. So instead of a $5 flat amount, let's say we add $7 to every product. That's all going to change and be variable depending on what you're setting up for your particular packaging, but it's just nice to know that you can set up these zones within the United States and break them out if you need to. You can lump them together, and then each one will have its own separate rates. That's some of the flexibility you can get in the Shopify shipping. Now, let's set up an international one. We're not going to get too heavy into international, but let's just say we want to do Canada. Now that we've done 2 in the United States, it's almost identical. So let's go ahead and create a new shipping zone. And this one we're going to call Canada. We're going to search for them here. And there's Canada. Similar to the United States, they have provinces, and there's 13. So again, if you wanted to break that out because you knew shipping to one province would be more expensive or even less expensive, you can do that. For this video, we're going to select all of Canada and all 13 provinces. We go ahead and click Done, and there we are. We have another shipping zone now added. Let's go ahead and add some carrier calculated rates in there. Let's go ahead with DHL as well. Now this one is going to pull up the option for clicking worldwide. Let's go ahead and give a handling fee. Let's say that that's $7 as well. We'll click Done. And we now have another shipping zone set up within Shopify. Let's go ahead and click Save. You can create almost as many shipping zones as you want. So you can get as specific as you want in creating those shipping zones. And once they're set up, then it's automated. It'll do it automatically on checkout. But there's one other thing that comes up with shipping that I want to show you. Let's go back to the main shipping section here. And this is what happens is, okay, I'm shipping t-shirts to Canada. That's one cost. I ship t-shirts to Hawaii and Alaska. That's a separate cost. I have all those rates set up. I'm shipping to the United States 48. You got all those rates set up. But let's say you had one product that was a large glass sculpture, and it's an unusual outlier of product. Maybe it's a line of products. Maybe you have something that's very fragile, and you don't want to lump it in with all those zones. In fact, you want to tie the rates to the actual product itself. We can do that right below Manage Rates. We can come down here and create a new profile. So let's click on that and let's take a look at creating a new profile. Now it's already suggesting we do fragile products, so let's stick with that and let's just create a profile called Fragile Products. Here it's going to ask you below that, what are the products you want as a part of this profile? Now I only have a t-shirt loaded in here for the demo, but let's say it's our extra large t-shirts. So I'm going to select those. I'll click done. So now Shopify knows that, hey, when these 3 products are shipped, they're part of a new profile. So now we want to go ahead and let's go ahead and click save. That's going to take us back to the main menu, and you'll see here we have a fragile product section in here. Now we can go back into Manage Rates, just like we did with the other items, and we can create special rates and special handling fees for these particular products. So let's go ahead and create again a shipping zone. Let's say that we can ship this to the entire United States, just to keep it simple. We're going to label this United States, and let's look for United States, and we're going to include all 62. Of course, you could do like the other one and just do it 48, and we'll put that in there. So now we have a zone that we'll ship these particular products to. Let's go ahead and add a rate. We're going to use the carrier rates. Let's go USPS, and because this is glass products, we're going to go ahead and double our handling fee just because of the additional product, and let's go ahead with $10. I think we had set it at $5. This one, we're going to change this as well, because maybe we only want this to go Priority Mail Express and Priority Mail just because of the special handling. So we'll block off these other options so people can't see them. Here we go, we'll click done. And now under this shipping profile, we have those rates set up. We can click save. We'll go back to our shipping and delivery view here, and we can see everything that we've set up within the store. We've set up rates for Canada, Hawaii and Alaska, and the United States 48. All separate, different rates, different handling fees, depending on where we're shipping these items to. We've also set up a special profile for 3 unique products that we have that we know we want to have them shipped a little differently, additional handling fee, and if you're setting up your own rates in there, you could even have higher rates. Guys, once you have that set up and once you've tinkered in here and set rates up, set profiles up, you're going to feel comfortable setting up any type of product that you load into your store. I hope this video helped you with the shipping and delivery within Shopify. Don't be too intimidated. Jump in, give it a try. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.